One aspect of my work that I haven't discussed with you previously is my gift of hands-on healing. Unlike most practitioners, I prefer to adopt a more realistic approach to my work, and as you can see, I do not involve this ability with any form of religious or sanctimonious ritual. I believe I'm guided by a presence whose spirit I feel constantly working with me. The experience is truly awe-inspiring for me, and to date I've had a 100% success rate. I realize that for serious long-term difficulties such as continuing pain from an injury or disease, the relief can only be temporary, say 3 or 4 weeks in duration before the subject requires further help. However, for swellings, aches and even some forms of mild depression, the results have been almost 100%. I always prefer to work with people that have previously received conventional treatment from their doctor and would never recommend subjects to remove themselves from ongoing medication unless they have reconsulted their physician first. If you suffer from an illness that has failed conventional treatment, I'd be more than willing to help you. I don't charge my work, but if you feel it's helped you, a letter of recommendation would be appreciated. If you are interested in treatment from me and are easily able to travel to North Essex, I'm prepared to help you. All I ask is that you are willing to allow me to video this treatment session for the benefit of others who may be considering this form of therapy. Karen, the subject of this video, had been receiving treatment from me for a while, but unfortunately I haven't seen her for some time. Because of this, she has been back to her GP, who has prescribed painkillers for stress-related muscular pain in her shoulder and neck, which unfortunately haven't helped. Since receiving this treatment, she has reported that the pain has entirely disappeared. However, in her case, further treatment in a few weeks may be necessary as she works an extremely high-pressure job. Just relax and put my hand here. And just describe. So you've got a knotting in the neck here.
Yeah.
And
the pain shoots all the way up here, behind the ear and into this jawbone.
Okay. So what we're going to try and do, hopefully, is project enough heat to reduce the swelling and take the pain away. I can feel all tingling. What are you feeling at the moment?
Warm, it's starting to warm up.
I can feel it also coming through my left hand. You just put both hands there. I can feel energy flowing now from both, well, most strongly my right hand, but also my left. Are you feeling anything?
Yeah, it's going both directions, down to my shoulder and up towards my neck.
So what do you actually feel?
Just warmth, very warm, sort of feels like flowing, you know.
So you feel it sort of migrating from my
Yeah.
hand all the way through your body?
In a line sort of down towards my shoulder, arm, and up towards my ear.
I mean, for the benefit of the camera, I'm using both hands to push as much energy as I can, although it can be done with one hand, or in some cases it can be done fairly remotely from the fingertips.
It's getting very hot in there.
Now when I'm doing this is really strange, but I always feel like there's somebody behind me guiding me. It's not words, it's just feelings. I can feel at the moment quite a drain of energy from my body. Is that pushing even further? What's happening now?
It's very warm on the shoulder, and there's a kind of pressure going on at the tip of my ear.
So has the heat moved up here?
Yeah, but it's not, you don't feel it up there, only at the end of that line.
So you don't feel it in between, but you feel it there?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to resort to one hand.
It's like my ear's getting hot, like when you get your ear red, do you know what I mean?
Well, like people are talking about you.
Yeah. Like when your ears burn.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it was very hot. You can't even feel it. Like
And
when you
yet
get a
to-
hot flash.
And yet to touch your ears, they feel very cold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they feel very hot.
But to touch, they feel very cold. Yeah. But the heat has moved up.
Yeah.
But you can't feel a line of heat here.
No.
It's just literally taken from there to there. And what about your actual shoulder where it's tense?
No. There's like a slight throbbing.
In what? In the
In the
shoulder?
shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what it's meant to do.
Like a pulsating. You know?
So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to concentrate a bit more and try and really push this harder. It's difficult to describe what I'm feeling, but when I'm actually making contact, it's a really beautiful feeling, and I can feel a lot of tingling in my hands, and it feels quite hot. And I also feel, in a spiritual way, it's like almost like I'm falling through your body. It's a weird sensation. I can't explain it or describe it in any other way. Your shoulder is throbbing now very, very strongly. And my fingers are tingling very, very strongly.
I also feel very hot, like I'm breaking out in a cold, hot sweat thing.
What's the pain been like prior to this?
Absolutely horrendous, waking me up in the middle of the night. Having to get up, you can't lie, it doesn't feel comfortable if you lie down or anything. It's absolutely horrendous.
And have you been to a doctor and taken prescribed drugs?
Yeah, dentist first, he thought it was that. Then a doctor and hard painkillers.
Mm-hmm.
It really is pulsing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I can feel it, it's very strong. So describe the overall condition of you at the moment, what you're actually feeling and where you're feeling it, and what you feel, what benefit you think you're deriving from this treatment.
Feeling quite, the top half of my body is feeling almost like a hot flush.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very hot, and where the pain is like pulse, you know, like when you hold your pulse, it's like, feels like that.
Mm-hmm.
My ear feels sort of like burning.
So just going to tilt you slightly. Let me just feel here. Is it still very sore? You can when you first came, that was
Yeah.
very, very painful. How's that feeling now?
It's not as painful actually.
No, that will go in a second. So you still feel the heat in your shoulder and in your
The
ear.
shoulder now, it's like the area where it's sore is like burning, you know, like
The heat is very
a heat.
intense. See what this energy is actually doing, it's working its way through what I should imagine it perceives to be the injured part of your body, and it's attacking those core areas which are the seat of the pain that you're experiencing. I mean, for anybody watching this, I would always advise them, in any case, to go to a doctor first. I don't regard this as the first line of treatment. It should always be through your GP.
See, now it's starting to throb here, which is where a lot of the pain has been.
So what do you
Along
feel,
that line.
how would you describe it? Is it pushing it or?
It's pushing, yeah.
Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take my hand off, but I'm still going to be in contact with the affected area, and I'll show you. I'm just going to hover and just tell me if you can still feel that heat coming from it. Do you feel it?
It feels throbbing more than the heat.
Okay. Do you still feel energy flowing?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do now, I'm going to raise my hand a little bit closer to really put the pressure on this. Put one hand here. That's the weirdest part about this, because when the energy flows through, it tends to sort of push the pain back and then almost out of the body, doesn't it?
Can you feel anything?
Yeah, yeah. I can feel a flow of energy from me, and it makes me feel tired as I'm doing it. I feel it more so at the moment in my shoulder rather than in your jaw, so I'm going to go back to that.
I think that's really...
I think the core area of the problem is your shoulder, and I think, as you said, that when you came, it's knotted up the muscle, and it's caused some form of contraction on the facial muscles, isn't it? So that's the pain that you're feeling at the moment.
And that shoulder is so sort of attached, and that knot is absolutely there, isn't it?
No, it feels like it's going, actually. I'm just going to break, just temporarily, because it's not finished yet, but just tell me what you feel in your shoulder.
The attachment.
Yeah.
Feels slightly... doesn't feel much different to the other one. It's not as tight.
You say the other one, what do you mean?
This one.
Oh, the other shoulder is over there.
I mean, this one's got pain, obviously, because it's tense, but earlier I couldn't even touch this one with that. I couldn't press it like that without being in real pain. I mean, it's still pain, but not that.
Well, we haven't finished yet, so what? Just for the benefit of the camera, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a break for a few minutes, just to recharge, and then we'll start again. We've had a short break, so we're going to carry on now. Now, how do you feel now before we start? What has changed for you?
It's not so tender to the touch, it's not so hard, and I can actually touch it without excruciating pain, but the lump is still, the knot,
That will
say, is still there.
So what we're going to try and do now, if we can, is try and reduce that a little bit more. What about in the neck here?
Still a bit painful up here, but I haven't had, seems to be, that's where it is, sort of here. I don't know, it's difficult to explain.
What I'm going to do...
It's quite sore at the bottom of my neck.
What, here?
Up a bit.
There.
There, yeah.
Oh, toward you mean the top end of the neck?
Yeah.
Now I can feel the energy. It's weird, as soon as I make contact I can feel that draw. And if I had to describe what I feel, it's a tingling, and it's almost a subconscious feeling. Maybe you can just feel this flow. It's hard to describe. Right, now I can feel a tingling in my stomach. That's, I think, for me, it's the seat of the energy flow. And now I can feel it really, really pulling through. And the surface area of your skin is starting to throb just a little bit.
Shame, isn't it? Well, it's slower than before.
Well, you had the main benefit last time. All I'm trying to do on this second part is to...
And the throb is slower.
Yeah, it's just to top it up a little bit. It will get stronger. What do you feel now in terms of heat? And
very like hot flushy on my shoulders.
so the heat's gone down here?
Yeah, sort of across here.
Across the front of your chest?
Yeah.
Yeah, top part of your chest, right. Okay. Right, my fingertips are throbbing. Well, I think it's probably your neck that's throbbing, but I can feel throbbing at the end of my fingertips. It's very hot now under my hand. What are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling slightly nauseous, is that normal?
Yeah, that happens sometimes. That will pass very quickly. I think sometimes it's possibly too strong. Now what we're going to do is concentrate on that knot in your on your shoulder here. So I'll take my hand away from you now, and now I'm really going to concentrate.
So it's like sometimes when you hold a crystal, you get that overwhelming kind of thing.
Lightheadedness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's good. That is an indication that the treatment is working.
Okay, it's right there by my ear again. When you hold it there, it definitely
That's,
shoots there.
what is the heat coming from my hand up to there? So can you actually feel it migrating from my hand to?
No, I only feel, I can't feel the in-between bit, but
You feel it
where
at the
your
top?
hand isn't at the top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for most people, they generally feel the heat moving up their arms or legs or wherever to the point of pain. But sometimes it appears spasmodically, unconnected, as it were, to the actual source of the heat. Now what I'm doing now, I'm going to go very quiet for a little bit. I'm going into a much deeper state of meditation. And sometimes when I do that, it actually affects my breathing. How's that feeling now?
It's feeling like when you put deep heat on.
Oh, but yeah,
that's soothing.
that deep
Yeah.
warmth. Now I can feel the energy starting to ease off slightly now. How's that? Just take my hand away just for a second and tell me what you can feel there now. Does this hurt?
No.
No pain there at all? Or is there very slight pain?
That level, no.
That's gone.
But I mean, I'm sure if you press it harder, but as you like that, no.
Well, when you first arrived, that's what I did, and you were in terrible
Put
pain.
it this way, this one I didn't consider as being sore, and they're pretty much equal now. That knot is not as big, is it?
Well, it's virtually gone actually. I can't feel much there at all. Come here,
No, I think it's just normal now.
I'm just going to put my hand directly on skin contact just to give you a boost.
Makes like a buzzing noise in your ears as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's that?
You know, like white noise?
Mm-hmm. What? Tinnitus?
No, like, not ringing, just like a kind of...
Well, whispering noise.
It does make you feel slightly stuck. Sick.
You still feel a bit nauseous? Okay. I mean, the whole point about this is that when you leave here, you feel fine now, and over two things happen. What happened last time, from your experience, when you left here and went home? Did you feel worse or better the following day, or?
Better. The last time I did it for the other thing, and then came back again.
Yeah, because you had a
It was just swelling. Do you remember?
swelling there, which I removed.
In my hands.
Okay.
You've got the flow going again.
Yeah, it's there.
Something. Because just didn't I care? I didn't complain about swollen hands.
No.
It's weird. To describe what I'm feeling now, I can feel an energy flow still from my stomach. It's much more reduced than what I felt earlier. My hand isn't feeling as hot as it was before,
No.
but I can still feel energy going in there. And it's normally an indication that I can do, that's as much as I can do on this session. How long did it last time, the treatment, the healing?
It hasn't come back.
No.
I've had one episode where I've woken up with swollen fingers.
Right, okay, now what I'm going to
So
do
that's
now,
quite good. I mean, it was
I'm
really
going to
bad.
stop this session, but tell me how you're feeling now. Twist your neck, move your head around.
Much better, in fact.
Right, and this
Other
is
side
very-
works.
No, that'd be okay. It's because this feels really good.
Yeah.
Right, okay. That doesn't. I'm squeezing that like I did when you first arrived, and there's no tenderness there at all. This side here, you say, does this hurt at all? Or?
No, I think it's just because that when we...
No, I can't feel any flow.
It's just that we've been concentrating, this one's had so much attention that this one's had none. I
How do you
suppose.
feel?
Anyway.
So how do you feel in percentage terms?
I'll let you know tomorrow.
What at the moment?
At the moment it feels alright.
Well, how would you, in percentage terms, out of 100?
In terms of betterness,
Mm.
no, 75% better.
That's not bad in what, 20-minute session? I mean, if it was something a little bit more serious, it would take longer. But I could feel the benefit straight away as it went into the energy. And I can't, that felt, well, as I say, that felt very tender when I first put my hand there, but there's no pain there at all. So just do that.
And I'll let you know because I'll be able to tell.
Okay, well that's the end of my demonstration.
Hello, my name's Karen and I enjoy the benefit of healing because it seems to solve a lot of problems that medical profession can't solve, and I've really found it beneficial every time I've had it done, really.
So when you first tried alternative therapy, did you have any sort of qualms about it the first time? Did you think it might or may not work?
First time I think I tried it because you get frustrated with never getting any answers with the usual methods. So I think you've got to believe it a certain degree for it to work.
Mm-hmm.
But the first time, and then you feel the actual heat and everything, you kind of realise there must be something. And then when you see the result, when you feel the result, you realise that it does work, you know.
So would you recommend healing for everybody?
Absolutely, definitely for some problem. I mean, obviously there's certain medical conditions you're not going to get rid of, but certainly a lot of the simpler things like muscle pain and tension pains, and I think even toothaches and headaches and all those kind of things, definitely beneficial.
Okay, so it's worked for you this time anyway, and let's keep our fingers crossed, and we'll see how we go.
I'll let
in
you
the
know,
near future.
because this is something I've had for 2 weeks. This weekend is the third weekend I've been suffering with this pain, and I'll let you know how I feel tomorrow, because I'll be able to tell quickly how beneficial this is, because I've been off work with the pain. It's been so bad.
And that's despite being issued with painkillers.
Extremely strong painkillers.
And none of that has had any
200
benefit.
painkillers I got from the doctor this week.
And how many of them have you got through?
I've probably taken about 10, because they also affect your stomach, and that's the problem.
What was the drug? Can you recall the name?
I can't remember the name, but it's a muscle relaxant and then a painkiller as well, and then a separate painkiller on that.
And they gave me the other day, coping or something.
One's coping, and then the other one's something or other. But I think also when you take those painkillers, then they affect your stomach. So that's a problem with a lot of medicines, is they might fix one thing and they create issues somewhere else, you know, which is not really beneficial, is it?
Not in that way, of course,
Well,
no.
absolutely, because the other night the pain was gone in my jaw and my shoulder, but then I had a burning sensation and I was vomiting because of the pain pills. It wasn't really helpful.
And this course is drug-free?
Absolutely, and that's...
And instant?
Absolutely.
Okay, well thank you very much, Karen.